Harley, let's say our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Harley, on June 12, 2004, so many lives were changed. That's the day when my son's car hit Officer Metlin. I will always have remorse in our hearts for that family. Our son was not drunk driving. He was not drunk driving. But because of that day, and the actions of that day, we will always have that day in our lives. June 12, 2004 will be a day forever in the lives of our family. And also in the lives of Officer Metlin's family, because that's the day they lost their wonderful son, their husband, their brother, and father. We will always have a place in our heart for him and his family. We say our prayers on a regular basis for them. But my son was not drunk driving. That night, I received a phone call from him telling me that his car had hit something, and then he cursed himself. That night, a video was taken by the officer who arrested him, Officer Ramsar. She testified in court that she turned off her videotape. That night, my son had a seizure, and noted neurologist from Dallas testified that he thought he had a seizure. That night, my son was interrogated at the police station. He gave the sign of the cross. But when you look at that video, you see a son, you see Robert Jr. Adams, very hurt, in tremendous pain, very sad and frightened, not somebody who is drunk. That night, the nurse who took the blood draw, she said she smelled no alcohol and didn't think he was intoxicated. That night has led us to this day. And I will be here until we show the world that my son was not drunk driving.
These words, sitting in my 6-foot by 9-foot prison cubicle, I can't help but to look back on the date that led me to my current level of existence, June 12, 2004. I use the words level of existence because at times I really don't feel like this is truly living. Prison is not how life was intended to live. You can sometimes feel like a man buried alive. I had a seizure. The seizure caused a tragic accident resulting in the loss of Officer Darren Metlin's life. I am deeply pained that Officer Metlin's children will grow up without their father, and that his mother no longer has her son, and that his sister no longer has her brother. I was almost home that night. I remember seeing my exit. Next thing I knew, I was stopped by the road, and my car was all fucked up. I will always remember the moment that I learned of Officer Metlin's death. Felt like a razor had just gone through my gut. How did life transpire to have Officer Metlin and me cross paths, ending with such dire consequences? How do I honor his life while I continue on with mine? Why me? I was always the designated driver, always the responsible person. These are questions that I continuously seek answers to. But this I do know. I was not drunk driving that night or any other night.